Dumelang bagaetsho. My name is Brother Moabare, and I would like to welcome you back to my channel. I hope all is well. Okay, so we continue with the videos, our presentations, and the first thing that we normally like doing in this channel, we like to acknowledge the Most High God, and we give Him praises and all glory and honor. Okay, His name is Modimo. All right, that means Alpha and Omega. Mudi being the beginning, and Demo being the end. Okay. All right. So we invite you to watch our previous videos if you have any questions, so that there can be some clarities regarding what we teach and what we share. We know that we are, imperfect. We do not know all things. But the things that we are certain about, we share with everybody, and we know that they are true. Okay, in today's video, we would like to continue to share how to be prosperous and successful. Okay, and of course, we greet all those who are scattered abroad. Okay, all right. So today we are discussing how to be successful and prosperous. Okay, all right. And want to say that it is more blessed to give than to receive, right? And so in our quest to seeking to draw nearer unto Him, so that Him, meaning God, can also be coming closer to us, we share some of His truths, some of the words that he spoke, okay, to us, His children. Okay, if you remember, we spoke about that for us to be blessed, we need to be in a certain place. For example, our ancestor Abraham, he was asked and commanded to move away from his idolatrous family, his father, okay, and to come to a place where there will be milk and honey, the promised land for him and his seed. Okay, and we also shared you recall that Psalms chapter 1, and also we also shared Joshua. Okay, all right. So we would like to remind everybody that the message that we share, it's mostly for those who are peaceable. Okay, this message is for the righteous. If you are wicked, the message is not for you. Okay, if you are an unbeliever, the message is not for you. So therefore, the message, we discriminate. Okay, and we want to also emphasize the fact that things are not equal. All right. Okay, so therefore, I'm not equal with the Most High. Our children are not equal with us, and so you can see here that things are not created equal. But again, the Most High is no respecter of persons. Any who keepeth His commandment and acknowledge Him and trust Him and obey His commandment and loveth Him and feareth Him, the same shall be blessed and shall be well with that soul. Okay, but he is the God of truth. He has already made promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay, that his seed will be blessed, and that they will be kings and queens. Okay, all right. Okay, let's discuss some of the points that I would like to share today. Okay. Okay. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. Okay. So obviously this is talking about real estate. Okay. If you want to prosper and to become successful, surely you don't just want to accumulate perishable things. Okay. You don't want to just invest in things that are temporal, okay, or temporary, okay, things that when you have left this mortal life, or things that are not are vain. All right. Okay. Think about knowledge. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. Surely, if we gain knowledge, we will not perish. Think about the teachings of Solomon. He taught us that in all our getting, we should get understanding. Okay, so it is through this knowledge that made him to become wealthy. And we are not talking about the wealth that is going to be just for a little while. So we're talking about eternal. Okay, so if you want to be lower in the kingdom, okay, of the Most High, just become ignorant. Okay, so it's very important for us to gain knowledge. Okay, all right. So if I go out and I buy, luxurious cars that are expensive, okay, surely I'm not leaving any inheritance to my children's and my children's children. Okay, if I'm going to become wicked, surely the wealth that I will have accumulated, I'm just laying it up for the just, as it's stated here in Proverbs 13:12. Okay, so I want to become smart. I want to become wise. I want to have assets. Okay, so these assets will then be able to bless me. Okay, we know that we are ordained, or we are blessed as the Bantu people, the Botswana and Basotho, that we are to become kings and queens unto the Most High. Now, there is an interesting thing with real estate. You become the landlord. That means that the owner of the land. And therefore, if you find yourself being a tenant, you will always be poor, and you will always therefore be not on the high ground. Okay, because you will not have the power regarding those things, or that particular property. Okay, so you always be a servant. But if you want to become a lord of that land, you want to be to acquire it in a righteous way, of course. These things we are talking in the, there are terms and conditions that you acquire the riches in a right way. Okay, so all right, so let's continue. Proverbs 23 verse 4 and 5. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. Okay, this message is for all of us. Okay, there are so many people who are just, running up and down, in and out. Okay, you see, when the day of rest cometh on the Sabbath day, the world calls it a Saturday, just rest and abide where you are. Don't worry about trying to accumulate money and trying to, get as much assets as possible. It's a day of rest. Remember the lessons of manna. The Lord gave them, provided for them, manna. Okay, so I see a lot of people running around, laboring, or rather relying in their own wisdom. Okay, verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly maketh themselves wings, they fly away as an eagle towards heaven. Okay, so those people who are, obsessed and trying to be, wealthy, and sometimes this leads to people becoming greedy, becoming corrupt, and then this is where the love of money then becomes the root of all evil. Okay, trying to cheat others, you are not paying your wages to your employees, and so on and so forth. Okay, all right, so this is a very important point. All right. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. Okay. Think about the what this message is saying. Okay. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18. Okay. Who gives us the power? It's the Most High. Okay, and so we shouldn't worry about these things. If we apply the laws that he has spoken, we become wealthy. Remember, I shared in the previous video what the Most High said. A foolish man, whatever they get, they'll chow up everything. But a wise man, whatever they get, they leave something for the rainy day. So once you set up on an amount of money that you want to set aside, and it's fine. We know from the story of Joseph that he advised Pharaoh that 7 years of plenty, when it was raining and they were prospering, he says set aside 1/5, 20%. Okay, so if you're doing your budget, put aside 20%. Okay, and then when there was the time of famine, they were able to have plenty of food, okay, and enough for themselves. So now if I'm getting 10,000 as a salary, I will maybe, let's say, let's just say 5,000 for groceries and other things. Okay, so that means that I'll be left with 5,000 extra. So next month, that 10,000 will find another 5,000. And so you can see that every month I'm becoming wealthy. Okay, so it is through this wisdom, his laws, that the Most High then gives us this power to be wealthy. Okay, and so we shouldn't worry much about what we will eat and how things are gonna be like. Okay. Okay. Okay, I hope that you understand the message. I'll just pause here, and in the next video I would like to talk about tithing and how to pay it. Okay, not going to churches. Okay, because actually church, these are the synagogues of the devil. Okay, because they twist the Most High's words. Okay, and they cause people not to even keep his commandments and his laws. Okay, all right, so our next video will be tithing and what it is and how to pay it. All right, okay, I hope you are great and enjoy the rest of the Sabbath. Okay, bye for now.